No other device in our lifetimes have had the impact on the world that the iPhone has. Nothing else has become so essential or put so much power into so many people's hands.
كان يتكلم عن تأثير الآيفون على الناس.
It's truly amazing how much iPhone impacts the world each and every day. Our intention with the iPhone has always been to create something so powerful, so immersive, and so magical that the hardware virtually disappears. Over the last 10 years, we've reimagined or invented numerous technologies to create just that experience. The first iPhone forever changed how we interact with technology by introducing multi-touch. For the first time, you were actually touching the software instead of
iPhone يعني غير التليفونات.
The App Store changed the way we work, play, learn, communicate, spawning new companies and new industries along the way. We took the viewing experience to places literally never seen before with technologies like the Retina display. We changed the way people communicate with features like iMessage and FaceTime that allowed us all to connect in more meaningful ways. And with Siri, we used artificial intelligence to make our voices more powerful. iPhone even revolutionized security and privacy
هذه كلها أشياء اللي
with Touch ID
مزايا الآيفون.
with Apple Pay. And of course, iPhone put amazing, easy-to-use cameras into our hands, becoming the most popular way to capture the images of our lives. Over the past decade, we've pushed forward with innovation after innovation after innovation.
كثر الناس اللي حاضرين قاعد اللابتوب قاعد ينقل اللي صار حق موقعه هذا كلهم صحفيين.
When now we can create devices that are far more intelligent, far more capable, far more personal than ever before. We have huge iPhone news for you today. And it gets started right now.
يعني الحين بيشغلون فيديو. نكسر. تمام. واحد العادي واحد البلس. البلس اللي فيه بس كاميرتين يعني كاميرته أقوى. ايفون 8 نفس ما قالوا. يعني طوفوا 7S. شنو طافت كان 7.
This is a huge step forward for iPhone. And to tell you all about it, I'd like to invite Phil to the stage.
ايفون 8.
Phil.
طافت 7 المفروض 7S بس كان كثر ما هو في كان في تطوير قوي. سموه 8.
And the new iPhone 8
جهازين ايفون 8 و 8 بلس.
These are a new generation of iPhone. They improve on everything we love about iPhone. The design is all new. There's glass in both the front and the back.
زجاج.
The aluminum
يعني حتى ملمسه غير.
beautifully matches the finish of each iPhone 8. It comes in silver, space gray,
أسود
and a
أو الرمادي
beautiful
هذا.
gold finish.
هذا الذهبي. ذهبي على وردي لونه.
It's made from an aerospace grade 7000 series custom aluminum alloy. The glass has a 7-layer color process.
الحين ما بينوا شكله الأمامي.
Precise hue.
بس كان وروني من ورا
The glass is
الجهاز.
further reinforced by an internal laser welded steel and copper structure. We're so excited because this glass is the most durable ever in a smartphone.
أقوى زجاج على هاتف
iPhone 8 and
ذكي.
8 Plus is also microscopically sealed for water and dust resistance.
ضد الماء والغبار.
And they have a new Retina HD display in
Retina
each model.
HD
It's a 4.7-inch Retina display in iPhone 8 and a 5.5-inch.
يعني شكل ايفون 8 نفس القديم 7S.
Now Apple Retina displays are renowned for their incredible color accuracy. And they have great
يعني ايفون 8 راح يكون
color
شكل
gamut.
الشكل اللي قبل.
Built in our 3D touch technology into the
3D
display.
touch
For the first time in an iPhone display, it is our True Tone technology. Now with True Tone, it adapts the color, temperature, and intensity to the ambient light around us. Along with the displays, iPhone 8 and 8 Plus have new stereo speakers as well. They're 25% louder than the speakers in iPhone 7, and they have a deeper bass too.
صوت أقوى من الآيفون 7.
And this is pretty incredible. Inside iPhone 8 and 8 Plus is a brand new chip, and this is a breakthrough in performance in a mobile device.
المعالج راح يكون
A11 Bionic.
معالج جديد.
This is the most powerful and smartest chip ever in a smartphone.
أقوى معالج
64-bit design, 4.3 billion transistors, 6 core. I'm going to geek out here for a bit because it is so awesome. It has 2 high-performance cores. They're 25% faster than the high-performance cores.
كل معلومات طلعت من قبل. إن 6 كورز. إننا 6 معالجات نفس الوقت يشتغلون. يعني حيل أسرع راح يكون. بس 70% أسرع من اللي قبله.
In multi-threaded workloads. And they have our first ever Apple design graphics processing unit, or GPU. This is a 3-core design. It's 30% faster than the graphics in the previous A10.
معالج حق الجرافيكس.
GPU is designed to accelerate 3D apps and games, especially those that use our new Metal 2 framework. And the GPU also is incredible for machine learning apps. And those kind of tasks get a big speed up if they use our core machine learning framework too.
يعني البرامج اللي تعتمد على الذكاء الصناعي راح تكون أسرع على الجهاز.
Bionic includes a new generation image signal processor, or ISP. So you know this is used in photography. It delivers faster autofocus in low light. It has new pixel processing for sharpness.
كلها مواصفات اللي تساعد الكاميرا.
It is hardware-enabled multi-band noise reduction. All this helps to improve performance and helps us take better pictures. Perhaps the most beloved feature.
المعالج راح يساعد إن الصور اللي تاخذها كاميرا تكون أحسن.
Love taking photos, and customers send us their photos for our Shot on iPhone campaign. Like this one. This was sent from Jeremy Perez Cruz. He shot it with an iPhone 7 Plus. People are going to love taking pictures with the iPhone 8 camera. There's an all-new 12 megapixel sensor. It's larger.
كاميرا 12 ميجا بكسل.
It provides 83% more light, and it provides more. It's more power efficient at the same time. There's deeper pixels and a new color filter. So this adds up to having better color
يعني صور أوضح حيل.
wider dynamic range,
حتى لو بالظلمة.
and lower noise in your photos and videos. iPhone 8 Plus has 2 new sensors in its dual camera.
يعني 8
The
بلس.
wide-angle camera has an f1.8
في سنسرين.
optical image stabilization.
الصورة أوضح ال 8 بلس. بشكل عام التليفونات على البلس أحسن من العادي.
These are photos we're going to show that have not been retouched in any way. They're straight off the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus. So here's the amazing textures and depth in photography. You can really feel the fabric. And you can see details in their face behind the fabric. Here's a great example of low light photography. Texture, detail, and very subtle colors in this darker environment.
هذا دول عربية هذه.
iPhone 8 takes your portrait mode. We brought it out in beta, and it just got better and better over time, and customers send us photos. They love this. So we challenged the engineering team to do that again, to make it easy for all of us to take advantage of an advanced photographic technique. And they're doing it. And it has to do with lighting. And if you've ever had a professional portrait taken, you know that pro photographers use advanced equipment and have a great understanding of advanced techniques to literally sculpt the light on your face to create the perfect mood for a portrait photograph. Our team is making this possible for all of us. Using the new dual cameras and the A11 Bionic chip and the iPhone 8 Plus, the team has come up with a new feature called portrait lighting. And this is beta, but it will ship with the iPhone 8 Plus. And here's how it works. You compose a photo with the camera app using
iPhone 8 Plus.
Mode. The dual cameras in the ISP sense the scene. They create a depth map. They separate the subject from the background. And then using machine learning, it creates facial landmarks and actually changes the lighting of the contours over your face. That happens while you're composing the shot.
يستعملون الذكاء الصناعي عشان ان بالصور تقدر تاخذها بالايفون 8 بلس كان الصور اللي تاخذها باستوديو.
This is real-time analysis of the light on your subject's face. In fact, you can go in later after you shot a portrait mode photo into the Photos app and change the lighting effect to select which one you want to use in your photograph.
حيل ساعد المصورين هذا.
The team has done an unbelievable job. They're also amazing for video as well.
تصوير فيديو.
In fact, iPhone 8 has the highest quality video capture ever in a smartphone.
فيديو كابتشر. أقوى فيديو على هاتف ذكي.
Along with the ISP, we have an
طريق الآيفون 8.
video encoder. This enables faster frame rates and higher quality video. It does real-time image and motion analysis to predict changes in the content and optimize the video encoding algorithms.
يعني تصوير يكون حيل سريع
So while
فيها.
you're shooting video, let's say
أوضح.
4K 60 frames a second, the iPhone 8 divides each frame into individual tiles, 2 million of them. And we analyze the 2 million tiles every second, looking for details like texture and edges to predict whether that tile has grass, sky, water, or movement in it. So let's say you're shooting 4K 60 frames video,
تصور
it can look like this.
4K
Fully optimized.
60 فريم بالثانية واحدة.
And for
60
compression.
صورة.
And this video was shot on an iPhone in 4K. It's amazing. And if you're one of the many people who love shooting slow-mo videos, that's gone a lot better too. Now you can
240 فريم
shoot
بالثانية.
1080p HD, 240 frames a second. That's double the
240
frame rate
فريم
of previous.
بالثانية الواحدة.
Absolutely beautiful. So now, iPhone 8 is incredible for shooting photos. It's incredible for video. There's a third category of use of the camera that's going to become increasingly important in our mobile devices.
اللي ركز عليه هذا جي إبرامز مخرج مشهور.
This is an incredible area for
مخرج
us
فيلم
to
ستار
advance,
وورز
and
وستار
our
تريك.
teams have worked together, hardware and
and augmented
software,
reality.
to make iPhone the first camera, the first iPhone really
الواقع
created
الواقع
augmented reality, and the first
المدعم
smartphone
اللي سويت عنه presentation.
as well. We custom tuned each iPhone for augmented
ضابطين
reality.
كاميرا حق
The cameras are actually individually
الواقع المدعم.
calibrated in the factory, and that makes a huge difference in the
augmented
performance for AR.
reality.
There are new gyroscopes, new accelerometers, and ARKit software is tightly tuned to all this hardware to deliver the best experience for motion tracking. And AR greatly benefits from the new A11 Bionic chip. The CPU handles world tracking. The new Apple GPU renders immersive graphics at up to 60 frames a second. The new ISP does real-time lighting estimation. This stuff is amazing that it happens on a device in the palm of our hands. So I want to show you some of the work that developers are starting to do with AR apps on iPhone 8. So here's one example. It's a game, Warhammer 40K
شوف هذه لعبة.
Freeblade from Pixel Toys.
الواقع مدعم.
You can now use their photo mode to bring the Freeblade Knight into the real world and play it right where
شلون
you're
واضحة.
standing around.
عن طريق ان
Here's another from Major League
المعالج.
Baseball's advanced media team. They're enhancing the At-Bat app with ARKit so that when you're at the game, you can hold up your iPhone and see real-time player information and stats on top of the game.
قاعد
you're watching.
تصورهم وتطلع معلومات هذه عن المباراة وانت قاعد طالع.
Here's Sky Guide from Fifth Star Labs. You can use ARKit with this app to actually superimpose the map on top of the sky as you're looking at it around you. This
يوريك
isn't some generic sky.
النجوم.
This is the sky around you.
نصور بالكاميرا السماء ويوريك وين النجوم فيها.
So now we want to show you an exciting AR app right here live on stage playing on an iPhone 8. It's from Directive Games. This is a new startup based in Shanghai. It's founded by developers who have worked on some of the biggest franchises.
ورونا اللعبة الواقع
So
مدعم.
please welcome Atlee Mar, CEO and co-founder of Directive Games. Atlee?
Thanks, Philip. Earlier this summer, with the introduction of ARKit, Apple changed gaming forever. What we're about to show you is one of the world's first competitive multiplayer games designed to be played entirely in augmented reality. This is The Machines.
هذه لعبة
In the
الواقع
game,
مدعم.
players battle their friends in real time, either online or around the table in the same room. My friend and co-founder Andrea is preparing a match
شو اللي على الزاوية هناك
to play the rebels
قاعد يلعب باللعبة.
against the dominators.
يعني كل هذا أشياء قاعد تطلع الطاولة.
With ARKit and Metal 2 on the new iPhone, we are able to experience games in an entirely new way. Since players are able to view the game from any angle, our content has to be
شو قاعد يحوس وطلع نفس
with the power of the new iPhone.
المنظر يعني المشهد قاعد يتحرك وياه. عشان يتحرك بسرعة وما يأثر. الصور كلها واضحة.
allowing you to move in close to really appreciate the high visual.
هتقدر تقرب وتصير الصورة أوضح.
And just look at those 4K textures. It's gorgeous.
تقدر تلعب ويا رفيجك أونلاين بعد أو يكون وياك.
Go into the game.
نفس الغرفة. حط عشان طريقة اللعبة نفسها.
AR allows us to use our position in the real world to gain a tactical advantage. Just look how Andra is moving towards this cave, lining up his target.
تحرك
This is something that would have been hard to do with
وتوجههم. تقوم شو يطقون.
It's like you're not just controlling the game, you're in the game. Another awesome addition to the experience is spatial audio.
ممكن يغير طريقة اللعب. لما نقرب الصوت أوضح يكون.
And if a solid object gets between you and the action, the sound is occluded perfectly. With the stereo speakers on the new iPhone, this is truly amazing.
تتحرك جنودك وتقول لهم شو يطقون.
Yes, deploy a shield, protect our heroes. Now let's rain fire on our enemies, move closer to their base, and get ready for the fatal
تحكم بجنودك.
Oh, the dropship is there. Can you take it out at the same time?
بسحبها اللعبة هذه.
What you just saw is an amazing evolution in how games are played and experienced, thanks to the combination of ARKit and Metal 2 on the brand new iPhone. We can't wait for you to play it. Look for the machines on the App Store this month, exclusively on iOS.
إيش راح تنزل إن شاء الله.
Thank you, Atlee. Now, let's talk about wireless. We once said that the future is wireless. What were we right? That's becoming
مستقبل وايرلس صح؟
more true than ever before.
الوايرات راح تندثر أتوقع.
It supports LTE Advanced for fast networking connections, Bluetooth 5.0 for the latest accessories. Of course, it supports our great beloved AirPods and the Beats X headphones that use our W1 chip, and the new Beats Studio 3s as well. And now with iPhone 8, with its glass back, we're enabling the freedom of wireless charging.
وايرلس تشارجنج حلو أخيرا تشحن الجهاز وايرلس تحطه على السطح ويشحن من غير وايرات. ممتاز. حط عليه وخلاص يشحن. ممتاز.
without ever having to plug in a cable again. You're going to want to do this by your bedside. You're going to want to do this in a cafe or restaurant as they start to support wireless charging. You want to do it in an airport so you can top up your charge before you get on the next flight. And perhaps the best use case of all, in your car. You can get into your car, wirelessly connect, and start using CarPlay, put your iPhone on the center console, and it's charging, all without ever having to plug in a
بالسيارة تحطه ويشحن.
What makes this possible is we're building to iPhone 8 and 8 Plus wireless charging with Qi. And Qi is the leading openness wireless charging standard. And we hope to help Qi by increasing adoption of it and creating new use cases for it. Many restaurants, shops, airports, cars have started to build in support for Qi wireless charging, and they'll work with iPhone 8. Many companies are offering Qi chargers, and those that are Qi certified should all work with iPhone 8. And we've worked with some developers who are creating Qi chargers, and we're going to offer them in our stores and online for our iPhone 8 customers, like this one from Mophie, and this one from Belkin. So that's iPhone 8. It's a new generation of iPhone. It improves on everything we love about iPhone.
الشركات كلها تقدر تشتري أو تقدر الشركات كلها تقدر تصنع الشارجر.
Retina HD displays, the new A11 Bionic.
كل مواصفات الايفون 8. اتوقع الحين قاعد يشطبون عليه عشان راح يتكلمون عن اتوقع الايفون اكس، وراح يسمى الايفون 10 الاكس والرقم الروماني حق 10.
And wireless charging. Now iPhone 7 came in these three configurations starting at 32 gigabytes. We're really happy to tell you iPhone 8 is going to start with twice the capacity at 64 gigabytes and the second one at 256 gigabytes. And the price will be $699.
$700.
iPhone 8 Plus will have the same two configurations, 64 gigabytes.
بس راح يكون 64 جيج و256 جيج.
Starting at $799. We'll be able to pre-order them starting this Friday on September 15th, and they'll be available a week later on September 22nd.
22 9 راح ينزل.
iOS 11 starting on September 19th. So that is iPhone 8. I'd like to turn it back to Tim.
الحين بيتكلمون عن الايفون اكس.
iPhone 8, a new generation of iPhone and a huge step forward. But we're not stopping there.
الحين راح يتكلم.
We do have one more thing.
One more thing. دائما ستيف جوبز كان بنهاية كل مؤتمر يقول one more thing ويعلن عن شيء جديد.
We have great respect for these words and we don't use them lightly. Our teams have been hard at work for years on something that is important to all of us. The future of the smartphone.
مستقبل الهاتف
الذكي. The first
الذكي.
iPhone revolutionized a decade of technology and changed the world in the process. Now, 10 years later, it is only fitting
بعد 10 سنين من الايفون.
Here in this place on this day to reveal a product that will set the path for technology for the next decade.
ايفون اكس ما شكله. شلون شكله؟ كذا قالوا شكله كاميرتين بشكل عمودي، طبعا من قدام كله شاشة، كله شاشة تاتش من قدام. اكس
This is iPhone 10. It
iPhone
is
10.
the biggest leap forward since the original iPhone. And to tell you all about it, I'd like to invite Phil back up. Phil?
iPhone 10.
Thank you, Tim. I think you can imagine there are a lot of people at Apple that didn't get much sleep last night preparing for this. This is so exciting.
نطلع مواصفات الحين.
It is all screen. It is beautiful to look at. It is incredible to hold. The display fits edge to edge, top to bottom. It goes into each corner where it follows the tight curve of the design. It has glass in both the front and the back. It's the same super strong formula.
من قدام من ورا كله مصنوع من زجاجة.
The band is made from a surgical grade stainless steel. It's both durable and polishes to a beautiful finish. And look how the glass and the stainless steel form a continuous surface from front to back. There has never been anything like it. It's engineered to be water and dust resistant at a microscopic level. Comes in two beautiful finishes, space gray.
هذا اللون.
Each has incredible depth and a pearlescence to the color in the glass. iPhone 10 has an all-new display. It's called the Super Retina display.
شاشة سوبر ريتنا ديسبلاي.
The level of quality and responsiveness and efficiency is really quite a breakthrough in mobile displays. Start with the Super Retina display is 5.8 inches on the diameter.
حجمه 5.8 inch.
It's got 2436 by 1125 resolution. That's over 2.7 million pixels. There's 458 pixels per inch. Now this is the highest resolution in pixel density ever in an iPhone.
صور فيديو بعد من التليفون.
It's remarkable how this larger display can be packed into a phone that fits so comfortably in our hands. The Super Retina display uses OLED technology.
OLED, شاشة
This
OLED.
is the first OLED display great enough to be in an iPhone. Traditional OLED displays have had great benefits, like high contrast.
لا مو شاشة OLED عادية.
And no backlight means you can make them thinner. But they came with trade-offs in brightness and rich colors and color accuracy, at least compared to our Retina displays. But the Super Retina display overcomes all of these deficiencies and lives up to all that we expect from an iPhone display.
حتى أفضل من شاشة الأولد العادية، ما في
In
عيوب.
addition, the new Super Retina
شاشة
display
OLED.
supports HDR in both the Dolby Vision and HDR10 formats. It has an incredible 1,000,000
يعني الشاشة راح تكون حيل قوية.
It has the best color accuracy.
3D touch
It integrates our unique 3D touch technology right into the display. And like iPhone 8, it includes True Tone. Now, all this innovative Super Retina display technology is great, but it's the point of it that matters. And the point of it is to enable an entirely new experience that's more fluid, more intuitive. So let's start with the simplest thing. How do you wake up your iPhone 10? Well, certainly you can raise to wake just like before, but now you can also just tap on the screen and it wakes up.
بس طق الشاشة.
Now with the display going edge to edge and top to bottom, there's no more home button.
ما في
This is
دقمة
an
طبعا
important
واضح.
part and a big step forward in the iPhone user experience.
ما له داعي
Something we use hundreds
دقمة.
of times a day for so many tasks is an opportunity to rethink how iPhone should work and how we can make it better. So now, when you want to go to the home screen, you simply swipe up from the bottom and you go home. It's that
بس
simple.
تفتحها
It's
كذا.
that easy. It's incredibly smooth. And once you do it for the first time, you'll know there's never been a better way. And it works the same way across the system. You're running an app like Mail and you want to go home, what do? You simply swipe up from the bottom and you go home. It's that easy and that intuitive. So much nicer. Now the same fluid gesture also works for multitasking. So if you're in an
تطلع من
app,
برنامج هم
multitask,
بس تسحب من
swipe up from the
تحت
bottom,
لفوق.
pause for a split second, and you're in multitasking. Then you can tap on
حلو.
any app and jump right to it.
توقف للنص ما تكملها
We
وطلع
also
كل
use the home
البرامج
button for
شغالة.
Siri. So how are we going to do that now? Well, of course, you
كان
can just
شغل
speak to your
سيري.
phone as before and say, "Hey Siri." No, I didn't. Set anyone's phones off. Or you can now press the side button in, which has been made larger. Once you press
ندق
it,
مع
you
الجنب.
just talk to
إيه.
Siri.
تضغط عليه تشغل سيري.
I know what you're thinking about. Well, what about unlocking? How do you unlock your phone with iPhone 10? I mean, this has been a very important part of the iPhone user experience from the very beginning. The first iPhone, we
شلون
led the way
تبطله؟
with multi-touch, and we slide to unlock. And this protected the iPhone from turning on when you didn't want it to, like in your pocket. Starting with iPhone 5S, we invented Touch ID. Made it fast and easy to protect all your data and unlock your phone with just your fingerprint.
شالوا
Touch
البصمة.
ID became the gold standard in consumer device biometric protection. But we know we can do something that's better.
الوجه وتبطله.
So Face ID,
سامسونج قبل
to
كم
make
سنة.
Face ID possible took some of
كم
the
سنة
most
بطريقة
advanced
أحسن.
technology we have ever created. And much of it is packed right up here into this tiny little area at the top of the display. We call this the True Depth camera system. It
الكاميرا.
is made up of incredible state-of-the-art technology.
فرد.
There's an infrared camera, a flood illuminator, the front side camera, and a dot projector. And that's not all. There's also the proximity sensor, the ambient light
بعد.
sensor, the speaker and
كل هذه
microphone
sensors.
into this true depth camera system
طب في
area.
speaker
It
فوق
is
ما أدري ليش.
amazing.
الميكروفون. اوكي لا سبيكر اي بس ليش
Every
ميكروفون؟
time you glance at your iPhone 10, it detects your face, the flood illuminator, even in the dark.
يشبل عليك
The
ليت
IR
عشان
camera takes an
يشوفه.
IR image.
بعدين اللي
The dot projector
كاميرا
projects out
ثانية.
over 30,000 invisible IR dots.
شلون نحط نقاط على الوجه عشان تعرف عليه. فعشان ما اقدر افتح بالصورة يعني.
And then we check that mathematical model against the one that we've stored that you set up earlier to see if it's a match and unlock your phone. And this all happens in real time. It all happens invisibly. You don't see these things going off. It's incredible. It just all works and all happens. To create Face ID, we work with thousands.
وش كان المشكلة انه ممكن تحط صورة الواحد ويتبطل التليفون، بس هذا انه درق السنسرز هذول يقدر يتعرف انه الوجه نفسه. الشبكات العصبية يعني كلها تخصصي هذا الذكاء الصناعي.
Yeah, this is a big deal. In our pockets, in our phones, is an A11 bionic chip with a built-in neural engine to process face recognition.
شريحة كاملة عشان نتعرف على الوجه.
Now the neural engine is specialized hardware built for a specific set of machine learning algorithms. This is another example of the incredible collaboration between the hardware and software teams that's only possible at Apple. The neural engine is a state-of-the-art, ultra-fast processing system. It uses our highest density computing ever. It's a dual-core design. It can perform over 600 billion operations per second, and it's used for processing of Face ID recognition. But for all of us, it's just super easy and fun to use. You set up Face ID, you just follow the on-screen instructions. It tells you how to move.
هذا اللي قاعد أقول لكم تسوونه لي عشان نسوي البرنامج معنا. بس بهالطريقة خلاص يعني يتعرف على الوجه كله جميع الزوايا. حتى لو غيرت شعرك يتعرف عليه، كتبت نظارة.
You're wearing a hat, so you do it up any way you do it. Face ID learns your face. It learns who you are. And it adapts to you as your face changes over time. Let's say you start to grow a beard. It works in day, it works at night. And now, how do we compare that to Touch ID? How secure is it? Well, there's no perfect system, not even biometric ones. But as we said earlier, Touch ID is the gold standard for consumer device biometric protection. And the data for Touch ID has been 1 in 50,000. Meaning that the chance that a random person could use their fingerprint to unlock your iPhone has been about 1 in 50,000, and it's been great. So what are the similar statistics for Face ID?
من حتى أمان البصمة إنه ممكن واحد من 50,000 ممكن إنه يعني غلط تعرف البصمة طبعا بصمتي. إذا عن طريق الوجه يكون يعني شخص بالمليون ممكن.
Is about 1 in a million. Now, of course, the statistics are lower if that person shares a close genetic relationship with you. So, for example, if you happen to have an evil twin, you really need to protect your passcode or your sensitive data with a passcode. Face ID also works with Apple Pay. So, to pay for things, you just double tap the button on the side, you look at iPhone 10 to authenticate, and hold it near the payment terminal to pay. It's that easy, fast, intuitive, simple. Face ID also works with third-party apps. Third-party apps already support Touch ID and they'll work with Face ID. So apps like Mint, 1Password, eTrade will all work with Face ID. So Face ID, it's face authentication for unlocking your iPhone and protecting your sensitive data. It uses the innovative TrueDepth camera system. It's trained with neural networks. It's easy to set up. It learns your face and it adapts to your face over time. It's aware of your attention. It works with Apple Pay and it works with third-party apps. This TrueDepth camera system is incredible technology and it's going to enable so many great new user experiences. The first one, of course, is Face ID. But the team decided to create another great experience with it as well. This is a fun one. It has to do with emojis. We communicate with others to express emotion, but of course you can't customize emojis. They only have a limited amount of expressiveness to them. So our team created something called
Animoji.
These are animated emojis. These are emojis
خلي الإيموجيز متحركة. تحكم فيها عن طريق وجهك.
Animojis track more than 50 facial muscle movements. They've been meticulously animated to create amazing expressiveness.
هذا الأنيموجي
You just watch this, can't you?
قلد وجهك.
The way you create and share an emoji are right from within Apple Messages.
بالمسجات اي مسجز.
You said a little late. Where are you?
بالصوت بعد.
You pick from a dozen different animated emojis to share and express whatever you want to express to your family and friends. So iPhone X is packed with innovative technologies that enable new user experiences. I'm really excited to invite out Craig Federighi to show you iPhone X and what it's like to use it for the very first time. Craig?
نطالع شلون طريقة استعمال الايفون 10.
Wow, well, I'm absolutely thrilled to be able to give all of you your first live look at iPhone X. This is a phone we've been dreaming about for a long time, but the reality of it in your hand, it's really something epic. So let's take a look. Here is iPhone X. Now, unlocking it is as easy as looking at it and swiping up. And, you know, let's try that again. Ho, ho, ho. Let's go to backup here and get right in. So here we are, and you see this expansive
كان المفروض يشتغل على طول.
تعرف على وجهه. Beautiful canvas for all of your content and your gestures. And I'm just going to go into the weather app here, and you can just see how apps look when they take advantage of the edge-to-edge display. Now, exiting an app couldn't be easier. You just swipe from the bottom, just like this, and throw the app right back on the home screen. Let me do that again. Swipe right up. Let's take a look at the web. It just looks unbelievable, edge to edge on this display. And your photos, of course, are just gorgeous as well. Let's jump into this one. Just amazing.
حلو تشوف الصورة على كبر الشاشة.
Now, video, of course, is unbelievable on the Super Retina display. It looks great in portrait and in landscape. Of course, this is HDR video. Just incredible looking. Now, Phil told you a little bit about multitasking on the device. Let me show you. I'm just going to jump into Maps. If I want to move between my applications, I can just swipe up and stop. My other apps all come in. I can get at them with a tap. Just lift. It's just that easy. And we have a great shortcut as well. You can actually move back between apps just by swiping along the bottom like this. Really easy. Now, you may be wondering about Control Center, and worry not. Right where your status indicators are in the upper right-hand corner, you can just swipe down and get at Control Center from anywhere. It's that easy. Now let's take a look again at Face ID, because unlocking your phone is just amazingly intuitive. You just raise it, look at it, and swipe right to get started. But now it's also incredibly fast, so I'm just going to do that again. Just look at it, swipe. I don't have to wait, and it's also really, really smart. So let's say I wake my phone, and I'm not looking at it. It stays locked. But once I give it my attention, well, it unlocks, and I can get right in. It's really cool. Now, Face ID is also great for Apple Pay. So if I'm at the register, I can just double-click on the side button. I'm authenticated, and I can get in just like that. Now, the true camera behind Face ID isn't just about authentication. In fact, we've extended ARKit with some incredible new face tracking capabilities that provide a whole new class of augmented reality experiences. Now, we've been working on Snapchat, and I'd like to show it to you now.
الكاميرا.
I'll launch in. You can see it builds a mesh on my face, and now I can just select a mask.
حيل احسن الفلتر فلاتر سناب شات. يعني قاعد يستغلون الفيس اي دي. Now, of course, many of us like to communicate with emoji. And with Animoji, we can now breathe our own personality into our favorites.
It's available as an app right inside of Messages. I can just go right in here, and it immediately starts tracking me. So I can make whatever expression I want.
على طول بس يحط الإيموجي.
Use it as a sticker. Drop it on my message like that. We also let you manipulate these in full screen. You can audition your favorites.
ويتكلم وتقدر تسجل. على طول أي واحد تحطه. راح يصير فيه. بس راح يصير فيه لعب أو شيء البداية.
And the unicorn, mythical creature, favorite of the startup. And yes, if you were by chance wondering what humanity would do when given access to the most advanced facial tracking technology available, you now have your answer. Now, these can be so much fun, you're going to want to share them. Unfortunately, we let you record messages. I'm going to record a message here for Tim. Hey, Tim, I'm not sure what the protocol is here, but I'd like to call dibs on the fox for my favorite emoji. Which one do you like? Hey, Tim, I'm not sure what the protocol is here, but I'd like to call dibs on the fox for my favorite emoji. Which one do you like? Now, you can send it with just a tap, and it appears as a looping video right inside the transcript. If we're really lucky for our grand finale, we might just get a response back from Tim. Oh, here it is. Let's take a look.
Take me to your leader. Wait a minute, Craig. I am your leader. Let's wrap this thing up.
So that is your first look at the new iPhone 10 and the amazing experience with the TrueDepth camera and Animoji.
لكن مواصفات الايفون 10.
Thank you very much.
ما قالوا الحين متى راح ينزل؟ كم سعره؟ الحين بيقولون.
Thank you, Craig. Now let's talk about the amazing cameras in iPhone 10.
شو كاميرتين فيه؟
iPhone 10 has dual 12 megapixel sensors, dual cameras, both a faster sensors, wider sensors, just like in iPhone 8. There's new color filters, new deeper pixels. There's an f1.8 aperture on the wide-angle camera, and a faster f2.4 aperture on the telephoto. So that lets in 36% more light to the telephoto camera. The big news on the camera in the iPhone 10 is that it has dual optical image stabilization. That means there's OIS in both the wide-angle and the telephoto lens. That's a lot of magnets moving around in a very small space, but it helps with compensating for handshake and to take better photos and videos in low light.
صور فيديوهات راح تكون أحسن لأن ما يبين الكاميرا تهتز.
Flash that is twice the uniformity of light on our subjects. So let's look at some photos. And like iPhone 8, it's tuned for AR applications. It has factory calibrated cameras, the new gyroscope, accelerometer. Performance advantages of the A11 Bionic chips, CPU, GPU, and ISP. And ARKit is tuned for iPhone 10. Now the backside camera that we use so much is not the only camera, of course, on the iPhone. Everything we've seen is powered in iPhone 10 by the amazing new A11 Bionic chip. We talked all about an iPhone 8, but it's worth hitting on the highlights again because there has never been anything like it. 64-bit, 6-core design, 4.3 billion transistors, 2 high-performance cores, 4 high-efficiency cores, our new second-generation performance controller that uses all 6 cores at once, our first Apple-designed graphics processing unit, the brand new ISP that improves autofocus, the video encoder that does real-time motion analysis while you're shooting video, the neural engine, and of course, the secure enclave to protect our Face ID data. All this performance, I'm sure, as you expect, does come with a hit to battery life. So I think it's important to tell you that we've increased it. Yes, it lasts. Yes. Again, hardware and software teams work really hard to deliver 2 more hours of all-day battery life to us. So, wireless. Just like iPhone 8, iPhone 10 is also built for a wireless world. It has Qi charging through the glass back, and it will work with the Qi charging devices, like the ones we mentioned earlier from Mophie and Belkin. And also work with third-party Qi devices that are Qi certified. There are a lot of great devices that are going to start to come to market, particularly because of iPhone 8 and iPhone 10. But we also think we can make the wireless charging experience even better. If our team wants to create something, I think all of us are going to want to use, and it might actually help move the entire industry forward. So we're going to give you a sneak peek.
طيب في طريقة جديدة حق الشحن الوايرلس.
I'm sure many of you do this. I do this. I have a lot of Apple products. I love them. I use them all day long. I charge them at night. You plug in your cables, you plug in your chargers. You take those cables and chargers with you on the road when you travel.
صح. شواحن حق الأجهزة.
An idea of how to make this a better experience. And here it is. It's a mat that you place your iPhone 8 or iPhone 10 down, and it just starts to charge. And there's a beautiful new interface. It doesn't stop there. You can place your Series 3 Apple Watch down on it, and it starts to charge as well. And you can place your AirPods with the optional new wireless charging case on it, and it starts to charge as well. They all charge. The system has a great interface. They intelligently work together and communicate with each other to manage the charging through one more efficient charging system. This is not possible with current standards, but our team knows how to do this. We call it AirPower.
AirPower.
We hope people love it, that it encourages others to create more advanced solutions based on technology like this. We're going to be working with the Qi Standards team to incorporate these benefits into the future of the standards to make wireless charging better for everyone. So look for the AirPower charger next year. So that is iPhone 10. It is the future of the smartphone. It is packed with many innovative features, huge list, we won't go through them all. They add up to a new, better experience. We're so excited about iPhone 10, we created a beautiful video to tell you all about it.
For more than a decade, our intention has been to create an iPhone that is all display. A physical object that disappears into the experience. This is iPhone 10. Developing the form and display together defines a whole new integration, making the boundary between the device and the screen hard to discern. The custom OLED panel was engineered to fold and seamlessly combine with the external surfaces. Mechanical buttons give way to touch and gestures. There's no home button. A single swipe takes you to the home screen. A more responsive touch system means the gestures in iOS 11 are more fluid. The polished stainless steel band reinforces the water-resistant all-glass design. This new glass formulation, the most durable ever in a smartphone, enables for the first time wireless charge. Makes your secure password. So with just a look, you can authenticate your phone or use Apple Pay. The True Depth camera also enables new experiences, like bringing emojis to life by mapping more than 50 facial muscles in real time, so you can be happy or sad or cross. Both the front and rear-facing cameras now have the back. The dual camera system is completely redesigned. It's made even smarter by the A11 Bionic chip. With machine learning, the camera detects elements in the scene to optimize the image before the photo is even taken. The camera we use every day now delivers so much more. And as iOS becomes the world's largest platform for augmented reality, it will redefine what's possible. This is iPhone 10.
هذا سيبوزنياك مؤسس شركة أبل ويا ستيف جوبز.
Arsenic-free display glass, mercury-free displays. They're BFR-free, PVC-free, beryllium-free. They're now made with a low-carbon process for their aluminum design. And they're highly recyclable, the materials. Really proud of that list, so I like to say it every time. iPhone 10 also comes in two configurations, 64 gigs and 256.
60 جيج أو 256 جيج.
$9.99.
$1000 الناس كتبوا.
October 27th. They begin to ship on November 3rd.
ينزل 3/11.
This is the future of the smartphone shipping this year. So this is our lineup for the holidays. Now every year we say it's a great lineup for the holidays, and it is. But this year is really special. It starts with iPhone SE, iPhone 6s, iPhone 7, the new generation iPhone 8, and the futuristic iPhone 10. Ten years ago, when Steve introduced the world to iPhone, he closed with
$1000 بأمريكا بالكويت بكم؟
said, I skate to where the puck is going to be, not where it has been. Steve said that's what Apple does. We skate to where the puck is going to be. And that is what iPhone 10 is all about. Thank you. Back to you, Tim.
iPhone 10, this really is the future. We've made a great, fun new ad that I'd love to show it to you.
الدعاية ثانية. iPhone 10.
So what a morning we've had. Apple Watch Series 3 with cellular, which gives you the freedom to go anywhere you want with or without your iPhone.
عاد ودي اشتري الساعة والتلفزيون والايفون.
iPhone A beautiful glass design, incredible cameras, wireless charging, A11 bionic chip, and of course, powerful AR capabilities. We think you're going to love it. An iPhone 10, the most advanced iPhone we've ever made. The incredible new design, Face ID, true depth camera system, and more powerful technologies than we've ever put in an iPhone before. It really is the future of the smartphone. And we begin this morning with some inspiring words from Steve.